But you can always give us your experience at TV47 Kenya on Twitter and Instagram. Moving on, nearly 13 months to the 2022 general election, presidential aspirants are once again in the market, shopping for their running mates and courting other political parties to join their bandwagon. But the search for allies towards 2022 has deconstructed giant political parties, including the once promising Jubilee Party that brought together President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto. But Kenya is not new to political alliances. That has been the trend at least for the past 2 decades. Tonight, our reporter Musa Salah takes a look at Kenya's seasonal and treacherous coalitions of convenience.
Once dubbed Kenya's vibrant national party, the ruling Jubilee Party that brought together over 13 parties to support the joint presidential election ticket of Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto is at the brink of collapse, paving way for new political formations.
A coalition for the sake of gaining power is a coalition of convenience. That's the difference. And I'm opposed to a coalition of convenience.
If they were for public interest, they would be more resilient. They would survive longer. But the fact that they can start and disappear so quickly means that they're for convenience. It's like fast food, fast political food. It comes quickly, but it has low nutritional value and doesn't do much for your health.
We are still trying to discover the full meaning of our democracy, because traditionally political parties are defined not by temporary interests in pre-election contexts, but within the context of long-term national agendas.
With an estranged deputy, President Kenyatta and his newly found political bride ODM leader Raila Odinga are said to be in the advanced stages of forming a coalition, setting the pace for the 2022 campaigns, which are expected to be anchored on new political alliances.
Well, Jubilee has collapsed. It just hasn't, it is dead. It hasn't been buried yet, but it has fragmented, and so politics does not allow a vacuum. So that space will be filled by other formations. The deputy president is already associated with another party, and so you're going to see a lot of movements between these different political parties.
They've been in an unholy marriage that has denied Kenya an effective minority party and leadership in the House. If they want to formalize and form a coalition government, let them go right ahead.
Here we have a situation where what is most important is to win. And they are saying we must win by hook or crook. And therefore you start with the crook. And the crook is that we look at numbers that you have on the other end, and we look at the numbers that we have, and we look at the positions that we want to occupy in government as individuals. And therefore, based on that, we attempt to get into whether it is a coalition arrangement or a merger. Indeed, I don't know whether we are talking of a merger here or of a coalition. I think the reality will become clearer in the fullness of time.
Deputy President William Ruto, who has unveiled his new political vehicle, the United Democratic Alliance, fell out with his boss President Kenyatta over the 2018 handshake with opposition leader Raila Odinga.
If you remember President Moi, when President Moi was leaving, he chose the current president as his project and was defeated by Mwai Kibaki. And Mwai Kibaki handed over to Uhuru Kenyatta, so he will definitely try to influence who becomes the next president. It's in his political and commercial interests.
Well, the merger, whether it will be a merger or a coalition, as I keep on saying, is calculated to clearly benefit President Uhuru and ODM leader Raila Odinga. President Uhuru, in the sense that every exiting incumbent has an interest in the future, in the sense that he or she wants to feel secure. Even in the absence of Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, who had died when President Moi was taking over in 1978, President Moi kept on saying, "I will protect the Kenyatta family."
The self-proclaimed hustler has since advanced his hustler versus dynasties narrative, laying bare his bitter fallout with Kenyatta. But his competitors have cautioned that Ruto's campaign theme could be divisive.
On a tour of the Coast Province, they found the conversation has now moved from dynasties and hustlers to haves and have-nots. Now that is dangerous. Is this the kind of process that is going to lead to a free, fair, accountable election?
According to analysts, and unlike the recent past, the 2022 runoff could be a three-horse race. The Jubilee ODM wedding may see Odinga cut ties with his NASA core principles, introducing the One Kenya alliance into the 2022 succession politics.
I would be the most stupid fellow on the earth to go and support the third time a presidential candidate, all right, without a measure of reciprocity. I think it goes beyond the doctrine of good faith, justice, fairness. Yeah.
However, Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka, ANC's Musalia Mudavadi, and Ford Kenya's Moses Wetangula may join Ruto's camp as Odinga attempts the fifth shot at the presidency, with Kenyatta's vote-rich Mount Kenya backyard as an assurity to win the presidential race.
We are likely to have now a Jubilee ODM formation on the one hand, and then the other three NASA principals, Kalonzo and Mudavadi, having to seek fresh orientations of their own. And we have seen that they're already dialoguing with Gideon Moi. We do not know who else is likely to get into that formation. And then, of course, we have the third strand, which is the William Ruto strand, and where he says that he is going it alone with Kenyans whom he calls hustlers.
Inabadilika.
Musa Salah, TV 47.
Pia